So how do you land on balance in the middle of the circle? Well, you just stay low and keep your knees bent. What's up, guys? My name is John Bowman and welcome to today's analysis. My goal with each analysis video is to teach you the concepts of throws training that have the biggest impact on your throws. So grab a notebook and pen and let's jump into the video. Essentially, we just kind of want to look at like what's going on technically, like what's going on as you throw, and then kind of why some of those things happen. Just do a quick overview of the throw. I actually really like your work out of the back of the circle. I mean, you can see that your knees are wide. You can see that your left arm is with your left leg. That's in control. So it's all very good. And I feel like you enter this attack position, like this is good. This is a good spot. So as we move forward here, once you come off of your left foot here, this is where things start to break down a little bit. So as you can see here, when your right foot makes contact, the angle of your body is somewhere like this. So like our ideal position when the right foot makes contact is that your whole body is perfectly on top of that right foot. So from the side of your hip, essentially from the outside of your foot, like your heel there, it goes straight up to your torso. And you have this, you just kind of reach. So what causes that, if we go backwards for a second, is anytime that we go up into the circle, anytime our left leg straightens, that's when we start to reach with this right leg. So you can kind of see it's happening. This left has extended, and now this right is reaching to get down in the middle, and that's kind of what causes this position here. So as we go a little bit further into the technique, we can see that your left foot lands here, doesn't quite make it back here. So let's go backwards a second. So what I see from here is your left leg goes in a straight line down to here. So let's go ahead and go through here. Boom, it does land pretty fast. So like here, left foot makes contact. Your shoulders and your discus, everything is back this way. I mean, I like that position. But what happens is this left foot lands here rather than back here. So let's just kind of go a little bit further. And what that causes is a transfer of energy onto this front leg, and then you never really utilize all of your right side, and it kind of just goes through. So if you see here as we finish, you can see as you start to face the throwing sector, your body actually leans backwards a little bit. And then as you move forward here, you got the lean, and then as the discus comes out of your hand, you can see then this left foot is the first thing to touch after you throw. And ideally we want, as you let go of the discus, so as the discus comes out, this right foot lands where your left foot was. So right foot comes up, and then right foot lands before the left foot. So now there's a lot of information there. Go through and watch that again if you need to. But let's kind of go backwards and see what we can do to kind of fix some of these things. So generally speaking, what happens in the back of the circle, back here, dictates what happens in the front of the circle. So the theory is the better you execute the back, the more natural and the better you execute the front. So again, like I said earlier, most of the back of the circle is fine. And so that's okay. Again, we lose it a little bit here. And really what's going on is you, on this part of the throw, you kind of lack what I call switching of the hips. So what we have to do in order to get off of your left foot without extending the leg is as the right foot comes around, so as this right foot comes around, like right here, this left foot needs to come with the right foot. So this left needs to be popping off and going this way so that the right can go in and go this way. They I call them kind of like, you know, from your hip to your knee, the relationship between your two femurs needs to stay constant. So then as this right comes in, the left automatically pops off. And anytime we let this sit on the ground a little bit too long, then we extend and reach. So what you have here in the back of the circle with strong hips, you can hold that a little bit longer. You want to hold that nice wide position all the way until the right foot lands here. Because you can see here how your hips get narrow. So your left knee is coming in towards your right rather than staying apart. So that's tip number one, is hold the strength in your knees here all the way until that right foot lands. Okay, so then the second piece I think that I want you to work on is kind of similar, is we want this left foot. See this left foot here? Yours kind of goes straight up and straight down. And that's why it lands over here and not over here. What I want to see is this left leg have a gentle arc to it. So again, it's about keeping your knees apart. So like this position here, have the knees apart. If you think about that, as the right foot lands, say the right foot lands and the knees are still apart, that left foot's going to go in a gentle arc, and that's how you get the left foot back here. So you're just going to be conscious as you're spinning is right foot lands and that left foot goes kind of low to the ground, goes in a gentle arc to kind of land where we want it over here. Again, yours goes more of a straight line up, straight line down. And we want, after that right foot hits in the middle, I know I'm repeating myself here, but it's a wide with the left knee. So everything here, I think you keep working on lower body stuff. Kind of generally speaking, the one thing that's going to make this better is keeping your knees bent the whole time, the whole throw. So again, I like the bent knees here. Just kind of maintain that as you land in the middle, and maintain that as your left foot lands in the front. If you always stay low and if you always keep your knees bent, that's gonna help your lower body be rotational and rather than linear or slicing is kind of like what I like to call it. So last note to the finish. Again, so partly your finish is what it is because you're blocking yourself. So again, this left foot is in front of your right leg rather than back here. And so as you keep your knees bent and as you keep the knees wide, that will help that. Then the second piece to the finish is keeping your feet on the ground as long as possible. You can see that before you let go of the discus. So here, discus is here. It's about ready to come out. Both feet have come off the ground slightly. So you want to throw the discus as late as possible. So feet on the ground, and you want that discus. You want that discus still in your hand here, which is close, with both feet firmly on the ground. We want that switching of the feet, the coming off the ground to almost not happen. Of course it will happen, but it's as late as possible. Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it and if it added value to your throwing, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're not already, would you consider subscribing to my channel? And I will see you on the next video.